Get ready for the news that is shaking up the world right now. We start with a powerful story of resilience as Chicagoan Liz Catalano shares her incredible journey of survival to inspire everyone during Mental Health Awareness Month. Liz Catalano opens up about her early struggles and how finding support changed everything, and you will not want to miss this uplifting message about hope and healing.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the high-stakes world of reality television, where the fans are taking control. We break down why Jeff Probst's actions in episode 11 of Survivor Season 50 have sent a shockwave through the community, especially after the controversial immunity decision involving Tiff Irvin and Jonathan Young. Find out exactly what fans are saying about Probst's meddling and why the audience is demanding more trust in the gameplay. Switching gears completely, we're looking at the gaming world and how new titles are hitting the market. Humble Bundle has dropped a massive new collection called the Heavenly Bullets Bundle, packing 10 games and a DLC pack in one unbelievable deal, perfect for anyone who loves fast-paced roguelite action. We're talking about Greedland and Karate Survivor, and how you can get tons of action for a single price. And finally, we bring you a major political and disaster update. A new council appointed by President Donald Trump has proposed massive changes to how the Federal Emergency Management Agency operates, suggesting a shift of responsibility to states and territories. Learn how this report recommends overhauling disaster support, survivor assistance, and federal funding. And don't forget to subscribe to our free newsletter right now for all the latest breaking news. A survivor's powerful story is offering a beacon of hope during Mental Health Awareness Month. Liz Catalano, a Chicagoan, is sharing her journey of survival to emphasize that healing is possible for everyone. Catalano revealed that her suicidal ideations began at the age of 6, stemming from feelings of not being loved and feeling different. She described coping mechanisms she once viewed as extreme personality traits, such as overspending or anger, as essential survival strategies during her early adolescence and adulthood. Her turning point came in her late 20s, when she encountered an advertisement for a support walk put on by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, AFSP, on a CTA Red Line train. Catalano stated, "One sign, one conversation, it can make a difference." Today, she has dedicated nearly a decade to volunteering as a coordinator for the Illinois chapter, crediting AFSP and a trusted therapist for saving her life. She finds value in sharing her story, noting, "My story started in the dark, but it definitely didn't end there." The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is committed to saving lives and fostering hope through education and fundraising efforts. Dr. Cynthia Pedapati, a board member and psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, underscored the critical role of professional support, stating, "Therapy can be incredibly powerful and really save someone's life. Talking it out, learning how to identify feelings, expressing those feelings in a healthy way." AFSB provides vital guidance on recognizing signs of suicidal ideation. Key indicators to watch for include behavioral changes following a painful event or loss, talk of suicide or hopelessness, increased substance use, social isolation, depression, and irritability. Risk factors encompass mental health conditions, prolonged stress, stressful life events, and a family history of suicide or generational trauma. Dr. Pedapati stressed that these signs are universal, adding, "It doesn't discriminate against one particular race, ethnicity, religion, socioeconomic background, so all of us want to pay attention to the signs and symptoms." For immediate support, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline can be reached by calling or texting 988, or by chatting live at 988lifeline.org. Additional resources are available at Speaking of Suicide.com resources. Fans of the reality competition series Survivor are voicing significant frustration over the level of interference from host Jeff Probst during Season 50, particularly following Episode 11, titled Everyone will be shooketh. Despite Probst repeatedly stating that the season was in the hands of the fans, viewers feel that his constant introduction of twists overshadows the gameplay. Season 50 features a highly stacked all-star cast, leading some fans to argue that the production is overriding the natural flow of competition. The discontent escalated after a specific incident where, following player Tiff Irvin allegedly winning immunity, Probst reviewed the cameras and rescinded the award to give immunity to Jonathan Young. This decision drew sharp criticism on social media, with users expressing outrage over the perceived manipulation of the immunity process. Across platforms like X, the sentiment was strong. Many fans felt that the show was moving away from being player-driven and towards production-driven, questioning the necessity of numerous twists. Comments highlighted that the season was supposed to focus on legendary players, but instead, the focus shifted to navigating arbitrary twists, leading some to suggest that Probst's actions were actively ruining the experience. Specific complaints centered on Probst's involvement in bizarre elements, including potential celebrity cameos and controversial challenges. While acknowledging that some twists, such as a tribal council advantage designed to separate players, can be strategically engaging, the prevailing mood among some viewers was a desire for a more organic competition. Ultimately, fans are hoping that the season will allow the strategic gameplay of the cast to shine through, rather than relying on continuous production interventions as the season heads toward its finale on Wednesday, May 20. Humble Bundle has released a new budget-friendly collection targeting fans of the Bullet Heaven and Survivor-like genres, with the launch of the Heavenly Bullets bundle. This package features 10 games plus 1 DLC pack, all bundled together in a single, straightforward offer priced consistently at $10, €8.49, or £7.33, without multiple pricing tiers. The bundle is designed for players who enjoy fast-paced roguelite action, reminiscent of titles like Vampire Survivors. The collection boasts several compelling titles. Greedland is highlighted for merging roguelike progression with intense Survivor-style combat. Another standout is God of Weapons, where players navigate a mysterious tower, gathering powerful gear and strategically managing inventory to achieve unstoppable power. This game also includes the Eternal Nightmare DLC, which adds new characters, mechanics, and enemies. For a martial arts-inspired experience, Karate Survivor offers a chaotic action game heavily influenced by classic action movies, emphasizing improvisation, combos, and utilizing nearby objects to survive against hordes of enemies. Pesticide Not Required provides a distinct variation on the formula, blending automatic bullet heaven combat with farming mechanics for a more relaxed yet action-heavy gameplay loop. The Humble Heavenly Bullets bundle will be available until May 30. Consumers are advised to redeem their keys before the expiration date of May 29, 2027. For those seeking alternative deals, other options such as Fanatical's Special Editions bundle, which focuses on deluxe editions and multi-game packs, are currently available. Readers are encouraged to check the dedicated deals hub for the latest value offers. A council appointed by President Donald Trump to review the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has proposed sweeping changes to federal disaster support, aiming to shift greater responsibility for preparedness, response, and recovery onto states, tribes, and territories. The report outlines reforms designed to accelerate federal spending, streamline bureaucratic processes, and improve the assistance provided to survivors. The recommendations target several key areas. One significant proposal involves altering how states qualify for federal support, suggesting a decision based on a per capita formula weighing costs against population metrics. Furthermore, the report recommends providing states with direct disaster payments within 30 days, replacing the current system of reimbursing states after recovery work is complete. For survivors, the proposals suggest limiting housing assistance to those whose homes are rendered uninhabitable and offering a one-time payment instead of multiple channels for rental, repair, and replacement aid. FEMA's Survivor Aid would reportedly focus more on emergency housing, allowing states flexibility in running their own housing programs within federal standards. Other major recommendations include shifting most flood insurance policies away from the National Flood Insurance Program to the private market, aligning premium costs more closely with risk. Council members, including former Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, stated the goal is to make assistance faster and less bureaucratic. Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin described the report as offering a clear direction for an agency in need of reform. However, disaster experts have voiced concerns that shifting responsibilities could overwhelm state, local governments, the private sector, and survivors. While the recommendations signal a move toward decentralization, many major changes will require congressional action. Trump has previously threatened to dismantle FEMA and emphasized pushing responsibility to the states. The final report appears to have moderated some of the most controversial past proposals, such as cutting the FEMA workforce by 50%. Disaster experts caution that reduced federal involvement could create voids, potentially increasing displacement and economic insecurity for low-income survivors. Experts remain skeptical that lawmakers can swiftly pass comprehensive FEMA reform legislation.